this everyone?
There's no one left in the...
I think it is pretty much everyone. We have 3 people who are sick today. Now see, that is a totally different sound than your piece.
Yes.
In terms of anxiety, I am so anxious now.
You can all see where that was going. I missed it.
I did get the video. There's this video and my flight management on my phone at the time.
Man.
You think you're anxious?
Okay, do people think that was intentional or accidental?
God, I hope it was intentional.
You hope it was intentional.
I really do.
You really hope it was intentional. Any other reactions? I hope it was intentional.
It's sad for the glass.
Yeah, it reads intentional because of all those movies of dominoes going.
Excellent, thank you.
I just thought it was gonna stay up longer.
Yeah, I
Like,
thought so too. It's a little windy
It was
today.
like literally you set it down and the wind was like, not today.
Yeah, I think it definitely would have been a different effect if we had been standing here for a bit and they were standing up and then it fell versus like we kind of just got outside and then as soon as we placed it, it like instantly. So that was definitely more of like, whoa. Whereas if we're watching it, we might be kind of like, okay, it's eventually going to fall, like kind of time
There's no
to
way it's going to be
anticipate it.
able to stand
Yeah,
up.
like a little bit of time to anticipate the fall. Whereas here, there was not much time to anticipate the fall. It was just kind of like instantly.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see dominoes. I'm going, okay, as Ainsley knows, I believe in what's here.
Material. It's glass. And I think it's wood.
Yeah, it's like
It
Right
looks
on
like it
that
just
corner,
perfectly
like,
fell
I'm-
underneath. It looks like everything underneath just kind of like bunk into the ground and shattered very gently. But like
Yeah.
the break is so beautiful.
yeah.
So placement, for me, whether I know Joe intended it or not, looks like it is extremely intentional.
Yeah,
Do
sure.
you
like-
agree with that?
For sure.
I know what happened, but if you told me that this was like the most artfully precise break, I would be like, it looks like you did like the perfect.
Yeah.
It's being
It just-
calculated.
It fell so perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's remaining
And it is.
that way. The point of that stair is this.
There's also like the contrast of material, like these heavier objects versus the very fragile glass, and we're seeing like the evidence of the spray painting which we saw in the last project, and then this glass which is very like precisely cut and very elegant and beautiful, and then being smashed by these two heavier objects.
So I automatically make the association of stained glass to churches. So it feels like fun and irreverent to have the stained glass with the diving dominoes and falling. It feels fun.
I really love the dominoes. I love how they're shaped. I love that you kind of tied that green in between the two of them, so there's still a conversation as far as color between the two. And I think the kind of colors used throughout are really interesting in the way in which, I don't know, for me this kind of red also talks to the rest here, and then also the fact that it's on a stair that's, I think this is metal.
Yep.
On the edge.
Yep. It's reinforced. I think it's
Yeah.
reinforced with a metal edge.
So it's placed there, and it's a place where you know it's gonna break. If it didn't hit the stone, it's now hitting a super sharp metal edge, so it's gonna break. So I think that has for me a really cool tie-in to the kind of narrative of it as well. I really love the placement, and I love the kind of coloring throughout.
For me, I'm picturing this work if it wasn't outside, actually wasn't going to fall over and break. I
actually think it would still be impossible, like to see them all lined up. And I'm just trying to picture like what if it was inside, what if it was like outside, but just like tied down or like weighted down more. I don't know. I think the elements themselves are really strong, so it can like hold up even if it's not doing the motion right.
I would love to see these in like a graffiti cathedral kind of vibe, where you just like somebody like knocks them over and it just like boom, 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 and echoes around the space and then shatters it. I feel like that would be like that's my like final display. But
You're nodding your head. You see it?
Oh yeah, like I wanted more of them because I
Yeah.
wanted like more of that build up and just like I think it's really successful with just the two as well. I would have really liked to see like a whole lineup and be like, oh my god, no.
So a full domino,
Yeah.
full domino game.
Yeah.
Also,
And
Yeah.
no. I'm just like the sound of it falling and watching it go to the inevitable end.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a very quick drama.
Yeah.
There was no time to like
process.
process it. It happened immediately.
The actual quality of the dominoes too, with like the rounded edges, it feels like you took them in little baby pieces and just sort of went plunk and enlarged it.
Yeah.
I would almost want to see you make dominoes out of stained glass to like further tie everything in together, because you could get the like interesting grip effects that you have on the dominoes in stained glass. So I just want to see you work in stained glass. But like I could definitely see this proposed as a much longer or bigger piece, and then having like maybe a couple stained glass pieces, and like seeing and having the sound of it be the focus, because it did make such a compelling sound even in that short time. It was such a nice like thunk thunk chug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For having some stained glass dominoes with some of these kind of dominoes,
Yeah.
so it like it's integrated into it.
You could
like,
even
it's
make
just-
like a melody with it. Like
Yeah.
you could have like chun 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 smash chun smash chun, smash. Like,
Finale.
yeah.
Hi.
Interesting to me sentiment how like the stained glass one is the last one. So like if there were more, these aren't gonna break if they fall. This one will. So to me it's kind of saying like there's all these leading like this lead up, and it's like oh like things are falling but nothing's getting damaged, it's fine, like things are crashing down, fine. And then once it gets to the end it's like shh, like it's kind of like the final straw to me. Like this is we're breaking at the end, like it might have been fine falling down until this point, but then at the end it's just like boom, catastrophe, like the chain is done, like it finishes at this moment, it doesn't continue. It's like that's the last sort of like step to everything.
The stained glass for me reminds me of like home, because I'm more like on the countryside. It reminds me of those stained glass like doors a lot. So I'm kind of tying it to family and maybe broken relationship ties with family, or yeah. So
I was thinking about that in terms of breaking of stained glass,
Yeah.
what it can mean. You know,
Yeah.
it can be, as you said, more home and relationships at home. I'm thinking of churches, what happens in the breaking of windows.